Hello everyone. Today I thought I'd make a part two to my I made a game engine in an evening video, which I made about 3 years ago now, I think. So since then I've managed to kind of make a game engine over the span of 3 years. Because I know in that video I said I was going back to Unity, and for a bit I did because it was easy. But then after that I really wanted to try it again. This time it actually worked out because I didn't set myself some stupid evening challenge. So today I thought I'd show you progress of my engine throughout the 3 years up to the final game I've made with it until I'm going to have to retire it. But I'll get to that towards the end. But for now, I'd just like to show you where it all started with Collect the Pills game. So this game, I'd probably call it pretty insensitive. Players, you play as a granny and you've got to collect some pills that get spawned all around the world. It's a two-player game, so if you look in the top left corner, up here, you can see your scores. So it's whoever collects the most pills. But there's no end state, so it goes on forever. Yeah, but I think the main takeaway from this was classes and inheritance, because Unity, it does use classes, and modern behaviors are technically classes, but they're so separated from what C# calls classes. When you actually try to learn normal C#, it's kind of foreign to you. So yeah, I think the big takeaway from first game made with the Bean Machine, as the engine became known as, yeah, I think it's just a good introduction just to base C#. So if we move on to the next game, it's a college project we had to do, but we basically had to make a piece of code where it tell you how much a mortgage would be. So, live in the UK, so that much, however much that is. How long will I be paying for? Till I'm dead. Years. Interest rate. Oh, hey. Bank of England. 40%. I'll be paying that much per month, apparently. So yeah, it does work. I did serious tests, obviously, when I made it, but yeah, so we displayed this, and I had the best one because mine had graphics and stuff. But then my teacher comes up to me and she says, "That's really impressive, Ryan, but please stick to the brief next time." So I was like, "What? There's a brief?" So I checked the website we used to upload, and yeah, it had to be made in Python using Python libraries, but mine's all C#. So like, I mean, yeah, I should have followed the brief, but come on, this is actually more impressive. I've got everyone else just had terminal programs. And most people didn't even finish a project. I think it was only me and one other guy. Me and him were the only ones who did it, and I did it better. But I still got told off for it, and I think he got the better grade. So I still passed. So Anyway, the next game, built to scale for the Game Maker's Toolkit Game Jam. I don't know. I remember doing this, and I had it was a week, I think, and in that week I had work and college, so I think I only had a grand total of one day because I had college Monday to Friday, and then I had work Saturday, so I only had Sunday. So kind of same case as I made the game engine in a day. It didn't work out very well. I did learn some couple things though. This one was a big one. So this one I think was when I first added animation. So as you can see, this is supposed to be a scale. I think the idea of the game was you collected items and you had to balance them on your scales. So build to scale, you had to scale up the sky. I never got very far, but yeah, the big thing with this one was I got animations working, which was a bit of a brave task to do in a game jam when I knew I only had a day. So I never submitted because this is as far as the game got. If we go into the code for this one, this is where I started actually calling it Bean Machine and the files. I don't know where I got the name. I mean, the name Beans comes from my mate Mason Parkinson's YouTube channel, and we were playing Among Us. His fans referred to me as Bean, so I just kind of stuck with Bean for the entire of my social media. So I think this version was the first version I had of the animation manager. So I don't think it was very clever because my new ones, you'll see later, they're kind of integrated with A-Sprite and JSON files. But I think this one, it's literally just images of a player. There you go. Oh yeah, this one is based on the A-Sprite stuff. So yeah, I guess maybe I lost the project where I first made the animation system. But okay, then this will actually be pretty interesting. So yeah, basically you get the street sheet here, but you export this from Sprite, and Sprite has an option to export a JSON file with it. So if the animation manager will look at this JSON and get all the frame widths and heights and names, so it will split all this into an animation. That way, in the code, I can just call. See if I can get an example of it. So yeah, I just literally load the animation, tell it where the JSON file is, and it will figure out where the texture file is, and it will just load it immediately into this walking. So I now just call animation.walking, set the data for it, and then later on I can make animation play down here. Yeah, animation play, walking. That's it. And this was so useful because I'm pretty sure the old system I had to I had like just different images loaded in. So it'd be like in the assets folder, it'd be player move 1, player move 2, player move 3. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a pain because you had to set everything up yourself. So I made the Sprite system and it worked brilliantly, and I still use. So I do remember I wasted a lot of time at animation on this one. So I think that must have been when I added the Sprite stuff. So this one holds a very near and dear place to my heart because I made this for my girlfriend. I was in Poland for my birthday with my dad and one of my dad's friends, and I was like, oh crap, I haven't asked my girlfriend to be my Valentine. We'd already been dating for 2 years at this point, but for some reason every year I have to ask her to be my Valentine. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and make a game whilst on holiday in Poland. Lovely holiday, by the way. Poland's great. I went to the salt mines in Auschwitz. This part wasn't great, but yeah, I went to Auschwitz. Very interesting place. If you can go, I definitely would recommend it. This game was the first game I added audio to. So I remember, I wanted some nice lo-fi music to play and a nice pop sound. I actually did a lot in this game. This is where I created particles as well. So all this I think I did over a week in Pearl, whenever just in the evening in the hotel. It's very easy because I was worried she was, because I think this is broken as well, because when the hearts fall off the bottom, they're supposed to make you take damage, but I guess I broke that as well after, but it did work when I showed her. So yeah, it's quite a nice game. It's pretty satisfying. I like seeing all the little heart particles just pop and stuff. But yeah, she liked it. She said yes, obviously. So yeah, once you finished the game, it popped up this text, which, you know, will you be my Valentine? And she said very awkwardly yes, because she's a very awkward lady, bless her. But yeah, so that was the first game I actually finished with the engine, and I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, half of it was built on a plane on the way back. I think on the way back is when I added the particles, because I'd already finished the logic, so I knew I wanted particles, so I did it on the plane. And that plane ride was awfully hot because my laptop is a gaming laptop, so it gets very hot. And my dad also plays games, so he had his Steam Deck, and it was like a tin of sardines in there, but an extra hot one. But this is a monstrosity. This one was testing my debugging system. So Flappy Bean is what I call it. I've got a thing for Flappy Bird games, I suppose. I mean, even my first Unity game was a Flappy Bird clone. So yeah, this was mostly because I wanted to create this debug console thing for the game engine, because it was getting hard to keep track of everything. So yeah, I was going to make this an actual Flappy Bird game. I got incredibly bored. So you set something to be monitored, you have to do it every frame for some reason, because I couldn't figure out how to just make it so you do it in the start method. Not yet anyway. The next version of it did. Duck Game was supposed to be the first proper game for this engine. I spent a lot of time in AI on this one, AI and maps. So if we load this one up, so this one you play as a duck and you move around by moving the mouse to push them in different directions. But so in terms of the debugs for this one, I added this. You set variables and it will print them out next to the thing when you turn them on. And so this duckling that spawned in there, I can spawn with the letter D. These use raycast. Context steering is what it's called. So they shoot rays. I think they shoot 64 all around them, and they use that to get a grasp of what they should and should avoid. The game was supposed to be you need to take your ducks to the nest. You lead them to the nest and they'll follow you, but they're very easy to lose if you cook. So that one now is lost, is true. So it's now trying to look for its mother again. You have to go back, but if you left it too long, there's going to be a shark that would unfortunately eat your duckling because you abandoned it. And I don't know if you know, but ducks are awful parents. They lose so many chicks every season. It's very unfortunate. And the other point of the game is that you couldn't stop moving. If you stop moving, your duck will begin to sink because he's not a very good swimmer. So there you go. He's sinking, and then he'll eventually drown. I mean, there's no end state, but now you can't come back up. Now you are dead. So yeah, I never finished this one because I could never figure out where to take the game, like build levels and stuff. But this map you're seeing, I actually create all the maps now using Tile, the map editor. It's an incredible piece of software. It exports everything into a JSON file, so you can just draw maps onto it. And I made my engine so it would use the same sprite sheet, and as long as it had the JSON exported with it, load it in and load all the colliders and stuff. And this version is actually a massive rewrite of the engine, because these versions, it was code upon code upon code, and it was getting so long and messy. So in this game, I didn't rewrite it, but I went through and changed everything. So instead of using Monogame's content builder, which I hate, by the way, I think it's unnecessary. Content builder, yeah, it might speed up the game, but if you're just loading all your textures once, I don't really see the point, and it's not that hard. I mean, if you go into my assets manager, it's so simple. I mean, when you go into the, where is it, load, you loading the file, you tell it what type you want to load, whether it's a texture or a font, give it a path, but yeah, it's literally texture.2d, load from file. That's it. That's built into XNA. That's nothing fancy. So you can just skip the content, Monogame content pipeline, whatever, and just do it yourself. And it's been so much easier. I don't have to build all my files beforehand and deal with 7 million different folders that Content Builder spits out. Yeah, this is what I call a demo game. I didn't come up with a name for it yet, but it was mostly to show off the engine to my university lecturers, because yeah, I made it to university, yippee, I passed my college. But the big thing for this game was UI settings, so I can change the game to window, set it to full screen. UI scale, make it tiny, but then automatic, which, FPS. So yeah, it's all here. All the usual settings, audio, lighting as well. Lighting, I really love pixel art lighting, so I really wanted a way to have it in this engine, and I figured out a way to do it, and it runs perfectly. I mean, when I added it at first, it was a laggy mess, but I optimized it, and so yeah, it's very loud. Hold on, let me turn that down. There you go. So yeah, this game was supposed to be a bullet hell, which I've always had a thing for making bullet hells. I don't know why. I just think they're satisfying to play and also make, because they're relatively easy. So you literally just shoot mushrooms. I hate mushrooms on dinner tables, that's why. But yeah, so these are poison mushrooms. They'll do damage to you periodically, tick your health down. So these are just basic mushrooms. I do have like exploding mushrooms as well. I'm trying to, there we go, these ones here. So if you get too close to them, they flash with the lighting and then pop, and they do a lot of damage. Yeah, this game just really pushed this engine to its limits. I mean, lighting, collision, I had to do a massive rework in the collision. So originally it was just checking everything against each other, but in this version the world set out into grids, so each grid only checks things in itself or its neighbouring grids. Music you're hearing, that is made by Gora, or my cousin. He's a musician now, so I'll put his Spotify in the description if you want to listen to some of his music. But yeah, he makes music for my games, and I'm very appreciative for it, because he does it for free. I think he just does it for the love of the game at this point. But for this game, I am so proud of this game. It's not the best, it's not Minecraft, it's not Five Nights at Freddy's, it's not anything, but it's something I made from scratch all on my own in the span of 3 years. It just sums up the entire engine perfectly. It's 2D, it's fun, it's not supposed to be serious, it's just a fun play around tool I use to make games whenever I'm bored. Loads of money. Spectral! Oh, I forgot to show up the God, I loved this when I added it. Right, I'm gonna wait until night time, then I'll show you the special. Right, so now the sun is setting, the music is coming to a slow. Night 2 is about to begin. Right, so the special. When you press space, oh, don't tell me it's broken. What? Oh, I know exactly what's happened. Right, hold on. I can fix this on the fly. Okay, so I'm now going to show you the special ability, which for some reason I had disabled in code, so it's back up now, it's working. So if I press space, the game will slow down, giving you time to like dodge projectiles, and the bullets stay the same speed, so you are incredibly overpowered. The little bean trail thing, it wasn't actually as hard as I thought it was going to be, which is always a pleasant surprise. But so I will finish this game, but this engine is probably past its expiry at this point, and it's time to move on. And, it sucks, but change is, it's got to be done. It's, a necessary evil. We can't just keep living as everything always is, because it's just not gonna. I'm not gonna be able to expand my skills. I'm not gonna get more varied. I'll get to jobs and I'll be like, oh, what languages do you know? And I'm like, well, I only know C#. So yeah, it's. Moving to uni has caused a lot of change. New place, new people, new friends. It sucks, but also it's fun. It's fun learning new things. It's fun making new friends. It's fun seeing your friends again. I'm going back home for Christmas next week, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see my friends again. It makes things more exciting. Change sucks. Change is hard, but change is necessary, and I think that's the mindset I need to have going into this new C++ engine. So I will document the C++ engine. I swear to God, I want this engine. I love it, and I wish I just documented more stuff of it. I've got so many videos, but they're all of this game. I never thought to show anything because I was too embarrassed, and being embarrassed is also it sucks, but you need to come past it. I'm embarrassed recording this video, but one, I need to have a social media part for one of my university modules, and two, I just want to document everything now. I want people to know what I'm doing. I don't need to be embarrassed about it. And so that C++ engine, as bad as it's going to be, as much fun it's going to be, as bullying it, I can't wait, and I can't wait to expand my skills and move on from C#. But yeah, that is the history of my Bean Machine engine. I'm so proud of it. I love this thing. I love showing it off to people. That's why I thought I'd record this video. If you've made it this far, thank you. I'm glad someone is interested in this little project I've been working on. But yeah, I can't wait to keep going. I can't wait to learn new things. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day. Have a great Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, have a good Hanukkah. If you don't even celebrate that, just have a good day.